Welcome to episode 17 of the Chaupi Sahib podcast. Thank you for joining us for today's very special and concluding episode of this series. Over the course of this journey, we've had the privilege of diving deep into the evocative and timeless poetry of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. His verses aren't just poetic masterpieces, but also profound spiritual teachings that resonate across generations. Today we'll explore a dohara, a short yet deeply meaningful poetic form. Despite its brevity, a dohara can carry immense spiritual weight, delivering powerful insights and sentiments in just a few lines. In this episode, we'll break down one such dohara line by line, uncovering its rich meanings and reflecting on the essence of its spiritual declaration. Let's begin this beautiful journey of exploration together. I have forsaken all other doors. In this opening line, the poet speaks directly to the divine, making a bold and decisive declaration of spiritual choice. I have forsaken all other doors. Here, the word doors serves as a powerful metaphor, symbolizing the various paths or avenues that people might pursue in life. These could include material pursuits, worldly attachments, or even the exploration of different spiritual or religious practices. By saying they have forsaken all other doors, the poet conveys a profound sense of detachment from these distractions. They have turned away from all other sources of guidance, support, or fulfillment, recognizing their limitations and impermanence. The next phrase, I have taken hold of your door, is equally significant. This door represents the divine's refuge, presence, and grace. It symbolizes a sacred space where all doubts vanish and true peace is found. The poet is effectively saying, I have chosen you, O Lord, as my sole source of guidance and support. I no longer look to the world or other paths for answers. Only your refuge is eternal and true. This line invites us as listeners to reflect on our own lives. What are the doors we find ourselves turning to in times of need? Are they temporary distractions, or are we seeking the lasting refuge that only the divine can provide? The poet's declaration serves as a gentle reminder to prioritize the eternal over the ephemeral. Line 2, protect my honor. The second line carries a heartfelt plea from the poet to the divine. Protect my honor. This request is deeply personal and reveals the poet's total surrender to the divine's will. By taking refuge in the divine, the poet acknowledges their own vulnerability and seeks protection, not just physical protection, but also the safeguarding of their dignity, integrity, and spiritual essence. The phrase holding on to your arm is another beautiful metaphor. It conveys a sense of trust, dependence, and reliance on the divine. Just as a child clings to a parent's arm for safety and support, the poet entrusts their entire being to the divine's care. The line continues with, I am your servant, O Gobind. Here the poet humbly identifies themselves as a servant of the divine, Gobind. The word servant isn't used in the ordinary sense, but carries a deeper spiritual significance. It reflects the poet's humility and recognition of their role as a devotee who is fully devoted to serving and honouring the divine's will. This line also highlights the reciprocal relationship between the devotee and the divine. While the devotee offers their faith and service, the divine provides protection, guidance, and grace. It's a relationship built on trust, love, and surrender. This short but profoundly impactful dohara encapsulates a declaration of spiritual devotion that is both personal and universal. In the opening line, the poet expresses their decision to forsake all worldly and material paths, choosing instead to seek refuge solely in the divine. This choice signifies complete faith, commitment, and trust. It reflects the poet's realization that true fulfillment can only be found in the eternal presence of the divine. The second line is a heartfelt plea for protection and honor. By surrendering to the divine, the poet acknowledges their vulnerability and humbly entrusts their life and dignity to the divine's care. They affirm their role as a devoted servant, seeking nothing but the grace and guidance of Gobind. Together, these lines form a powerful spiritual declaration. They encapsulate the essence of complete surrender, trust, and humility, qualities that lie at the heart of every spiritual journey. As we reflect on this dohara, there are several key lessons we can draw for our own spiritual lives. 1. The power of choice. The poet's decision to forsake all other doors reminds us of the importance of making conscious choices in our spiritual journey. It's easy to be distracted by the countless options and paths available to us, but true fulfillment comes from aligning ourselves with the eternal truth. 2. Surrender and trust. The poet's plea for protection and honour demonstrates the transformative power of surrender. By placing their trust entirely in the divine, the poet finds strength, peace, and assurance. This teaches us to let go of our fears and insecurities, knowing that the divine is always there to guide and protect us. 3. Humility and devotion. The poet's identification as a servant of Gobind is a beautiful reminder of the importance of humility in our relationship with the divine. No matter how much we achieve or understand, our true purpose lies in serving and honouring the divine with love and devotion. 4. Eternal refuge. By emphasising the metaphor of the door, the Dohara invites us to reflect on where we seek refuge in our lives. Are we relying on temporary solutions, or are we turning to the divine who offers eternal peace and fulfillment? This short verse may be simple, but its message is profound. It challenges us to look inward, reevaluate our priorities, and embrace the transformative power of devotion and surrender. As we conclude this episode, and indeed this series, we are filled with gratitude for the timeless wisdom of Guru Gobind Singh Ji. His poetry not only illuminates the path of devotion, but also inspires us to live with courage, humility, and faith. We hope that this exploration of the Dohara has provided you with meaningful insights and deepened your understanding of these spiritual teachings. As you go forward, may the words of Guru Gobind Singh Ji continue to guide and uplift you, serving as a beacon of light in your spiritual journey. Thank you for joining us on this incredible exploration of Guru Gobind Singh Ji's poetry. It has been an honour to share these reflections with you. Though this marks the conclusion of this podcast series, the journey of spiritual discovery is one that continues endlessly. Until we meet again, may you find peace, joy, and divine grace in every step of your path. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.